Everyone's personality is just a mask. It's not who they really are. In most cases, it's not even an expression of who people really are. It's just an expression of their conditioning. The environment they grow up in and the people they grow up with also shape their personality. And over time, their personality also changes. So it can't be who you really are. Who you really are is an individual, consciousness. You come with it, you are born with it, but personality is borrowed. It is given by society to you. It's just like clothes. A child is born naked, then we hide his nakedness, we give him clothes. In the same way, a child is born with essence, consciousness, individuality. We hide that too because if a child is left to be an individual, a conscious human being, he will rebel against the insane and unconscious society. He will not conform. He can't.
We condition our children to a defective sense of identity. We condition the child in a way that sets the child a life problem which is insoluble.
So personality is not individual, it is social. Society wants you to have personalities, not individualities, because your individualities will create conflict. The society hides your individuality and gives you a personality instead, which is just a learned thing. It's given to you by society. Even the word person comes from Greek drama. In Greek drama, the actors used to wear masks so that you couldn't see the actor's real face. You could only hear the sound. And the word sona means sound.
Now then, the main factor in this kind of conditioning seems to me to be, as I said, the way in which we give children a sense of identity. And in this respect, we do something extraordinarily odd. We define a person. Consider this for a moment, this word person. Harry Emerson Fosdick once wrote a book called How to Be a Real Person. And this, in translation, means how to be a genuine fake. Because the word person means a mask. The persona, the mask worn by actors in Greco-Roman drama, which was a megaphone-mouthed mask, so that through which persona, the sound goes. And so at the beginning of a play script, you will see the dramatis personae, the persons of the drama, that is to say, the list of the masks that the actors are going to wear. But the word has so fallen from its original use that to be a person has come to mean your real identity, your true, sincere, honest self, the person. And we say of someone then, he's a real person. That means he's genuine. But we have confused, you see, the individual organism with the person, with, that is to say, its role. And we have defined the role of the person in such a way that it condemns everybody so defined to perpetual frustration.
Osho once said, everybody is wearing a mask. You can hear the sound, but you can't see the face. You can't see the individual.
Your personality is nothing but many masks. And whatsoever you say and do are just coming through the masks. It is never truly your own. It has not your signature on it.
So the first thing to remember is you are not a person. If you are a person, you are already dead. If you are only a personality, you have dragged yourself from the cradle to the grave, but you never really lived. You live only when you are an individuality, when you assert yourself against every tradition, every religion, every past that wants you to be someone other than what existence wants you to be. Even in the legal world, a person is a fiction. It's not real. It's a dead entity. And if you actually look at all the acts and statutes that whichever your government is put out, you notice that all of them refer to persons instead of living men and women. And there's a reason for that.
Common law applies to a man or a woman, a living soul. Statute rules apply to the person only when the man or woman consents to represent the person. Consent can be given in inaction or action. You are a man or a woman, you have a person. My name is John Harris, or John, or my wife calls me lots of other names, but there you go. I exist naturally. Okay, I'm here, I'm real. I was created by divine, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into any of this sort of, I don't know what it is, so I just say divine, it's the easiest way, but I was created.
So consequently, the corporation and government and people who want to control you, they create a second you, and that second you that they control, that they created, is all capital letters. Check it out. Anytime you get a bill, you get a lawsuit, you get a fine, a ticket, somebody sends you a bill from the Department of Water and Power, check it out on your driver's license, on your Social Security card, on your insurance cards, anything, period.
You are born a living, breathing child who develops into a living, breathing man or woman. Okay, well that's bloody obvious, isn't it? Ooh, but a living, breathing man or woman is not a corporate entity. Therefore, statute law coming out of governments and its institutions cannot apply to a living, breathing man or woman, because it's not a corporate entity. So there's no contractual basis. So this is what they do. When you take out a birth certificate on your child, the government creates a fictitious corporate entity in your child's name, and it goes on for life, with little tricks. So, okay, my name is David Vaughan Ike. That is the name given to the living, breathing man. They create these fictitious corporate entities in our name by putting Mr., Mrs. in front of them. So my fictitious corporate entity will be called Mr. David Vaughan Ike. They also use the trick of putting the corporate entity overwhelmingly, so often, in all capital letters. You'll get official documents and stuff from various sources, and your name will be in all capital letters. And they designate the corporate fictitious entity a person. So to disconnect from that, absolutely don't describe yourself as a person.
You are a man or a woman. You are not a person. You're not a person. The legal world is the same as your person. It is a fiction. It's an illusion. It is not real. You just believe it is because you've been duped. And they've made it so bloody complicated. But it's not complicated because it doesn't exist. It's not real.
So if you identify as a person, you are basically already dead before death, and there are millions of people who died 30, 40, 50 years before they actually die. And so to be an individual, you have to rebel against personality and against all those who are forcing a certain personality on you.
No idiot can be a rebel. Only a very intelligent person can be a rebel. For the idiot stupid, mediocre. It is easier to remain with the orthodox conventions, traditions, with the crowd, with the mob. To be a rebel means you are going on your own. You are leaving the crowd. You need courage. You need intelligence. You have to be a gambler. You enjoy risking even your very life. No society wants you to become wise. It is against the investment of all societies. If people are wise, they cannot be exploited. If they are intelligent, they cannot be subjugated. They cannot be forced in a mechanical life to live like robots. They will assert their individuality. They will have the fragrance of rebellion around them. They would like to live in freedom. Freedom comes with wisdom intrinsically. They are inseparable. And no society wants people to be free. The communist society, the fascist society, the capitalist society, the Hindu, the Mohammedan, the Christian, no society would like people to use their own intelligence. Because the moment they start using their intelligence, they become dangerous. Dangerous to the establishment. Dangerous to the people who are in power. Dangerous to all kinds of oppression, exploitation, suppression. Dangerous to the churches, dangerous to the states, dangerous to the nations. In fact, a wise man is a fire, alive, a flame. He would like rather to die than to be enslaved. Death will not matter him much, but he cannot sell his life to all kinds of stupidities, to all kinds of stupid people. He cannot serve them.
Lawful rebellion, deny their lifeline. This is what I do, and I just simply do this every day. I peacefully resist all claims against me by refusing to represent that piece of paper. I never accept any of their paperwork. I never accept their paperwork. Every single bit of paperwork that's ever sent to me gets sent back, because there's something you might not have seen on their letters. Right? This is what we do. It's called no contract, return to sender, right across the address window. I send every letter back simply saying no contract, return to sender. If I get pulled up by the police, I only say as little as I can. I prefix everything the person. The person. Okay? Because you're not talking about yourself then. I deny them, period, any of the lifeline they so desperately need, which is money. I will never ever give them a penny, and they know it. Lawful rebellion, everything that is wrong can end when you will it to. Everything can end when you will it to. We must allow for that line to be drawn in the sand once more. This is lawful rebellion. That is that line. We have to draw the line.